A volleyball player's performance is complex. After the jump and the hit, the player must also be able to land safely and stay in the rally. This is where falling technique comes in, and today we will look at it from a conditioning perspective. Its goal is to turn an inevitable fall to the floor into a smooth return to play. After contacting the ball, absorb the fall and transition into a slide or rotation. This must be trained systematically and outside match pressure. And with children, the first task is simple but essential. They must stop being afraid of the floor, because if you fear the ground, you can hardly cooperate with it.
The roll, meaning a sideways fall, can be understood as an emergency, yet technically refined defensive action for situations where the ball is low and far away. The player uses their own momentum, distributes the forces across the outside of the knee, thigh and hip, and smoothly rolls back into a defensive position. The contact does not go through the kneecap, but along the lateral line of the body, which allows the load to be dispersed and the movement to continue. The limiting factor is often the ability to decelerate laterally under control and combine braking with rotation, distribute contact across the hip and latissimus, and simultaneously protect the head with the arms. Equally important is a fast return to stance.
From a conditioning standpoint, both anti-rotational and controlled rotational trunk strength play a role, along with hip stability, lateral kinetic chain strength, and shoulder stability supported by the latissimus dorsi. In practice, lateral lunges with controlled lowering are used. The so-called Copenhagen plank is a highly effective exercise for strengthening the hip adductors. It is crucial for groin injury prevention. Also essential is practicing a smooth get-up, transitioning from the hips or knees back into stance.
Every quality fall is built on certain building blocks. The foundation is ankle and hip mobility. Without it, the player cannot get low enough, the step toward the ball becomes heavy, and instead of a controlled sit-back, collapse occurs. Shoulder and elbow stability are just as important, because the arms are not only for playing the ball, but also for safe contact with the floor. A stable trunk acts as a bridge for force transfer and rotation. Without it, the body breaks at the lower back during the roll. Adequate wrist range of motion also plays a role, especially when the hand contacts the floor. Load must be dosed and periodized. Too many falls in a short time mean more mechanical stress than benefit. A fall should be learned, not merely survived. And so we gradually move from stabilization exercises for children and young players to elite athletes who incorporate them into their training, such as our guide George Grozer or the players of the Brazilian national volleyball team.
The dive represents a true emergency technique, when a simple step is not enough and the body must extend forward, often into an almost horizontal takeoff. It is not only about the flight phase, but above all about the way the landing is executed. The movement can be divided into the pre-contact phase, the contact phase, and the post-contact phase. Forward momentum, absorbing the fall through the arms and trunk, and proper head position are essential. Chin up, because the head is not a battering ram. The limiting factors are often the quality of the last step into a low position, the ability to create a near horizontal push-off, and controlled impact absorption without excessive lumbar extension.
In women's and girls volleyball, we increasingly see one small adjustment. The fall is no longer absorbed through the wrists, but through the elbows. It is not a revolution, rather a sensible evolution that respects anatomical differences between male and female bodies. Volleyball, however, always allows for exceptions. Sometimes you will see a men's style dive performed by a woman. Elsewhere, a man absorbing the fall on his elbows. The body simply searches for its safest path to the floor. And we return again to children and absolute beginners who are just getting to know the floor and what their bodies are capable of. The dive must begin somewhere, and the sooner, the better.
From a conditioning perspective, it is necessary to develop eccentric strength in the lower limbs for braking. In training, lunges with slow lowering and forward reach have proven effective. And it always brings satisfaction when what we patiently train with talented youth can be demonstrated at the very highest level of volleyball. For example, as in the case of Nikolov and his teammates. One can then quietly say to oneself, yes, this path makes sense. Then there is a whole range of exercises that quietly but persistently build core strength. They replicate the body position during the dive, as if the body were rehearsing in advance, and silently prepare it for the moment when the fall becomes real. Even the flight toward the floor should be automated.
Push-ups, including eccentric variations, scapular push-ups, or the pike push-up, an advanced bodyweight exercise targeting the shoulders, triceps, and upper chest, are part of this process. Then there is scapular control. It is essential for proper shoulder joint function, as the scapula serves as a stable base for arm movement. If its motion is disrupted, shoulder overload, pain, and reduced range of motion may occur.
The pancake, on the other hand, is a subtle but technically demanding defensive action close to the floor. The one-arm technique involves sliding the palm downward along the floor so that the ball rebounds off the back of the hand rather than the ground. In the dive pancake combination, the player pushes forward, the working hand slides open, the other arm absorbs the impact, and the head remains in a safe position. The limiting factor is the ability to get extremely low and forward at the same time, place the hand correctly with the palm down, and control the landing with the opposite arm.
From a conditioning perspective, shoulder and elbow stability, wrist tolerance, hip and ankle mobility without collapse, and the ability to return quickly to play are essential. The pancake is not the end of the action, but a transition. In practice, controlled strengthening of the wrist extensors, low forward movements with trunk control, and gradual practice of the hand-to-the-floor reaction help. First without falling, later with a slide on a soft surface.
And we are at the end. In volleyball, a fall is not a defeat against gravity, but an agreement with it. Whoever understands how to distribute forces, absorb energy, and return to play turns the floor into an ally and a seemingly lost ball into another opportunity. That too is what volleyball defense is about.